Hello there, friends. Happy Tuesday and happy St. Patrick's Day for those of you who celebrate. I am doing this video in kind of a response to the situation that we're all enduring, and wanted to just remind people how important it is to keep that mindset of abundance and to keep the mindset of receiving. And you have everything that you need right now. In my newsletter last week, I talked about how, when people first started really responding to the situation that we're going through, and there was a mad rush to the grocery stores, and specifically, right? And you've seen the memes, you've seen the videos, you've seen the jokes and the complaints about the fact that there's specifically no toilet paper, right? But there are other items that people have been having a hard time finding. Hand sanitizer being one, antibacterial wipes and cleaners and things like that. And what I wanted to just share with you was an experience that I had last week, because I think that it nails the point home that as long as you set the intention for yourself, whether it's once a day or several times a day, depending on like how much you need to do it, as long as you set the intention for yourself that everything is going to be fine, everything is currently fine, and you are safe, you are healthy, you are well, everything will work out for you in the best possible way. And here's why I say that. So last week, when we first learned about this whole thing, my husband, dear husband, decided that he was going to go to Walmart to pick up supplies. And this was first thing in the morning. School was still in session. So I think it was probably last Wednesday. And I was on my way to taking the kids to school. So it was early in the morning, 7 in the morning. And he calls me and he said, and he definitely had a panic in his voice. He was very concerned. And he said, basically, Walmart is wiped out. He couldn't find the supplies that he needed. And he did not go there for, fresh fruit. And I just want to say to you all, why is there plenty of fresh fruit in the market? That's not okay. You guys should be buying the fruit and the vegetables. Come on. Sorry, that was an aside. Anyway, he had gone for toilet paper or, and definitely some hand sanitizer and antibacterial soap and things like that, and couldn't find anything. And he had gone to Walmart, and he was like, and he's freaking. And so, but I had remained calm. Okay. And this is really pivotal. And I did not allow his panic to impact me. How I was able to do that, honestly, was because earlier that morning, I had meditated. I had found my place of calm, and I had made a decision starting the day, which is something that I actually do every single day, to not allow external forces to impact my true feeling of the world that I'm experiencing, and from day to day, it's going to be different. I'm going to have a different mindset. I'm going to have a different need, I guess, throughout the day. But in this particular day, over the course of a couple of days, I had been definitely saying to myself that I was going to remain calm, that I wasn't going to allow the anxiety and the panic surrounding me to impact me, because I personally suffer from anxiety and depression, which I have overcome through a lot of work, not therapy or medication, my own personal work. And if this is something that you're struggling with, I can definitely give you some tips. So, if you're having trouble with anxiety or depression, I'm not a doctor by any means, but if you are seeking some resources where you don't want to deal with medication, let me know, because I can absolutely point you in some directions for self-care. Anyway, so I was already in a very calm mindset. I let him say what he was going to say, and then he's giving me advice about what I should do once I take the kids to school. And I was like, no, I'm stopping you right now. I'm getting off this phone. I will take care of it. And that's all I said. And I hung up. I think I even hung up on him. But so then we went our separate ways. He went on to work. I dropped the kids off to school. I then went to a grocery store that I absolutely love. And for those of you who live in my area, Market Basket. I am a huge fan of Market Basket. I've loved Market Basket for years. Okay, so I went to Market Basket. And I was not concerned. I was actually already thinking about how, once I'm done with my shopping, I'm going to go home. I'm going to, make some coffee. I'm going to get ready for a client call. I was just already in the zone of positivity, I guess. Like I kind of knew I was just going to do this and it was going to work out. And it's going to work out so that I can do this. I got into the store and there weren't a lot of people at all. It was fairly empty of people. I mean, there was staff, but it wasn't a mad rush. There weren't tons and tons of customers. The shelves were stocked full. And I'm not kidding you. There was toilet paper, plenty of toilet paper. Now, I'm not saying that it was absolutely, overflowing with toilet paper. There was definitely one of the supplies, it was lower than usual, but 100 people after me could have come and bought toilet paper and there would have been plenty of toilet paper is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Same with, antibacterial clean, 409 cleaner and bleach and all kinds of antibacterial stuff. Plenty, absolutely plenty. And I also had fresh fruit. I bought the fresh fruit and the fresh vegetables. I made sure that I was, on top of that. My point, okay, and this is a really important point, and I think it needs to be, you need to keep this at the forefront, especially now that things have taken a turn, right? I was confident. I believed that when I walked into the store, I would be able to find what I needed. Did I think, oh my gosh, I'm going to have, there's going to be thousands of, rolls of toilet paper and hundreds of bottles of hand sanitizer? No, because I only thought about what I needed. I didn't think about, oh my gosh, if there's, I'm going to buy all of the toilet paper. And I'm going to buy all of the hand sanitizer because God forbid that, next week I can't have any. That wasn't what I did. And I think this was a huge, huge, huge key that made it a big difference in my experience versus a lot of other people who are dealing with this. Is when I went shopping, I only bought what I needed. I only bought what I needed. I didn't buy surplus. I did not take more than my fair share. I left something for somebody else. And I'm not seeing enough of this. I'm not seeing enough of this around the world. I'm sorry. And I want to see more of this. I want to hear from you guys that you're only taking what you need, and that if you do have a surplus, that you're checking in on your neighbors, you're checking in on your friends, and you're dropping it off at their doorstep. You don't have to go into their house. Nobody has to have human contact. If you have extra hand sanitizer in your neighbor, you find out, I live in a neighborhood where we have a Facebook group. and we're checking in with each other. And I do live in a neighborhood with a lot of elderly people, and we're helping each other, and we're making sure that everybody has toilet paper, and everybody has hand sanitizer. Like, that is what you need to do. What that does, that sense of community, it's bringing in the love and the compassion and the generosity and the kindness. And that is a much higher vibration than spending your time worrying or, focusing on the fact that schools are closed right now for the next 3 weeks in some places of the country. I don't even know, if obviously it's different from state to state. Where I'm at, it's 3 weeks. And okay, 3 weeks, that's a fact. But what I don't like to hear is, well, it's going to be longer. Don't go there. Why are you borrowing that? Why? What is the point? Don't. You stay with the fact that you have, and you work with that fact. And then when that fact has come and gone, you go with the next fact. When we start imagining going to places where we're just creating more fear, then guess what? You're creating more fear. What's the point? Stop it. Okay? Just stop. So here's my thing. I want you to keep in the back of your mind the experience that I had with the grocery store. Now, it has to be a genuine intention, you guys, okay? So it's not like you can just, if you don't, honestly know how to tune into yourself and tune into your positive mindset, if you have never worked on anything like that, you're gonna have a harder time than somebody like me, who, I've been working on positive mindset for a few months now. And I meditate every day, and I do all the stuff that just the tuning in and the calming down and the believing, because I have a core belief that we're fine, and that what we're going through now is an opportunity for us to grow and to become better people. And it's a test to see how we're going to show up in the world today and every day from now. This is a test on how we're going to show up in the world. So take a look at your actions, take a look at your attitude, take a look at your judgment, take a look at the things that you're saying. And are you showing up in a way that if you were on the receiving end, you would be like, thank goodness I have this person in my community. Thank goodness I am friends with this person, because they are bringing in the light. They are bringing in the joy. They are bringing in a sense of compassion and generosity and understanding and light humor. And this is what it's all about. Because if you're not being that person, then you are feeding into the mad frenzy that is creating and making things even worse. And I know that's kind of harsh, but let's get a hold on it now, okay? Watch your tone and watch your words and watch everything that you do, your actions, and how you're showing up in the world. And ask yourself, am I being the person that I would want to have in my life if I was watching myself right now? It's a big question, and it's not too late. If you aren't being that person, it's not too late. Do something today. Do something today. If you have extra toilet paper, see if somebody needs toilet paper. It's like the smallest thing. Bake some cookies and leave them for your elderly neighbor. Do something to help someone out. Okay. And even if you can't get out of your house, if you know, stepping outside isn't feasible, to just even breathe in the fresh air and wave to your neighbor or something and just check in and say, everything okay? We all have online access. Check in with other people who have online access and see how you can help them out, okay? Even if it's to just listen. So that's my little rant, and you kind of got off easy because I really wanted to go even more, but I'm not going to. So I really wanted to just leave that for you. Please chew on it. Let me know what you think. If you're feeling, you know, anxious at all, if this kind of thing has just been truly kicking you in the butt and you want to do something about it, let me know, because I'm with you, and it's all about, you know, bringing light and love to this world so that we can raise the vibration and move on in a healthy way together. All right. I hope you have a really great Tuesday, and I'll talk to you soon.